Hi. So I have a read here. So Trump, has been acting, he's always been acting insane, but he's just like beyond insane on his press conferences. He's out of control. He's out of his mind. And so I just keep thinking, is it possible are they thinking about the 25th? Are they thinking about the 25th? Are they going to use the 25th Amendment and just like get him out of office somehow? So here's what I got. And here's what I got. So this is just showing, exactly what I said. He's on the world stage, and the world can see, and he's just this showboat, just being a dummy, and covered by the Five of Pentacles. This is the illness, the C19. So it's like, here we are. Here's where we are, and it was like, this is exactly what I was talking about. Was him, doing those press conferences, and the cards came out just like so, in reference to the question. But what I see here is the Three of Cups. It's like celebrating with friends, and like this is also part of what he's doing. So it's so interesting. He's up there just listing all of his best friend CEOs. It's just like, it's like surreal, the idiocy and just the just inappropriateness. And, I know I just did a whole video on staying positive, but we're allowed to be completely outraged and annoyed out of our minds at this stuff we're seeing. So anyway, he's, with his CEO buddies, and then at the bottom, Four of Wands. Yeah. This is more of that celebrating and doing well for your friends. And that made me feel like for this reason he's secure. And it's so infuriating because it's like, it's not even like the people aren't even in here, but it's just like he's taking care of the people he needs to take care of out there. So he's secure in his position as president. It's just horrible. Like, as long as he's taking care of the CEOs, everything else in the whole country can fall apart, but then he's secure because of that. Prince of Pentacles, I see it as Jared. We all know like Jared was sort of the person like that gave him the terrible advice on hold off before you do anything about this and let everybody know. And like, of course, he's looking for ways to profit off of it. And so, and then Seven of Pentacles. This is normally a card in the standard deck, the Rider-Waite. It's like keep working and keep doing what you're doing, right? And so, and weirdly in this deck, I don't have the name of it, but it's listed down below. In this deck, it means like it's like a depressed person failing, okay? And which I actually kind of find interesting because I do think that is in the answer to my question. I don't think they're about to do the 25th. I think he's going to keep doing what he's doing, but I also think he's a rotten, like, just swamp person. Look at all these pentacles just like going in the swamp. I don't know if that means he's necessarily going to fail in his, ambition with all the money stuff, or if this is just us failing, or if it's just kind of like a meaning, basically, no, he's going to keep doing what he's doing for a little while, and he's just kind of a rotten stinker. And here we see him fighting off the press. Oh, the way he just abuses journalists. It's just like, it's like being at like watching like a drunk like uncle like abusing a family member or something. It's just like horrible to watch. And like just that this is our reality. And then the star upside down, which is so interesting. Of course he's the star. This is such a positive card when it's like this. It can mean like miracles and wishes come true, but the fact that it's upside down, obviously that makes sense for Trump because he's just like a negative miracle. He's just like, how is it possible that he's up there being abusive to all these people? And yet he's still, the star. So that's kind of where he is. That makes sense for us. He's still like holding on to his spot, keeping keeping the spotlight on himself. And somehow we're just all, it just like makes no sense to anybody, but he's like pulling it off. And he's still what he is, that upside down, like just star, you know, when you're a star, they let you do it. So, Three of Swords, his fears, he's afraid of the end. He's afraid of failing and being like destroyed. I think he's probably more afraid of his CEO buddies and that world than anything. Like he seems very focused on the corporate world more than anything else. He's not even pretending. He's just out there listing every single person who's a CEO of a, you know, it's just like, what? But here we have final outcome, 4 of Cups. So I'm like, even though he's solid here, I mean, this is a little bit, he's going to keep going, but it's not good. And he's fighting off journalists, you know, fighting off press, he's just fighting, and it's upside down. He's not the star he wants to be. And he's afraid of this. Like, I feel that he's not having a good time. He's not enjoying this. It's like, it's just gone wrong for him. He's nervous. And this is that offer, okay? This is, the 4 of Cups is an offer you don't really want to take. I'm like, the offer. And like, I and other readers, you know, like that maybe they're, oh, and then, so at the bottom of the deck at that moment, I saw this 10 of Pentacles. So I'm like, what's that telling us? And I would say that like he's got his mind on his money and his money on his mind, which makes sense with this stuff. And like there was another read I did where I felt like Jared was kind of like, in case we have to leave, let's make a bunch of money before we go. And I don't know if that's also what this is telling us, but it might be like if he's thinking of this offer again and taking it, he's thinking about, am I going to be like so very financially secure when I walk away? And is all my money, nobody's going to be looking at my money ever again? I mean, I hope he doesn't get away with that. But that's the card that was there. And then I really wanted clarity on this, right? I got 5 of Cups. So that's that's a failure card. Or a, you know, it's like a loss and failure. I mean, this could be like his approval numbers going down, and just like everything's kind of lost. Like he's screwed. He's totally screwed. So to have that with the offer card, and then the other thing I got was the Hierophant. So it's like, and it's funny because I totally noticed this like X-ray vision that this guy has. It's like they're looking at him. He's got not only failure, but he's got the government saying, we see you. And I don't know if this kind of ties into like they've got something on him, and like it's like the pressure could be like rising here. You're doing a terrible job and we're watching you. We have stuff on you. If things going to, you know, come out. And so he's thinking about his money. And then at the bottom at that point was the Chariot. If that doesn't just say that he might walk away at the end, he might be thinking of walking away, and that might be the final outcome of this. And I don't know when. You know, I don't have any like prediction on when. Now I'm just gonna like stop and think about it for a second. I don't know. Maybe the 10 is telling us, I don't know, 10 days. I don't know. That would be great. Or sometime, gosh, the sooner the later, right? Let's hope. I mean, the sooner the better. Sooner or later, the sooner the better. So that's it. That's my read. Hope you liked it. And let me know if you had any thoughts on this in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.